Good morning, Infinity. Good morning. Yoga Sunday is here, and we are in the house. We are relaxing into our spaces today, getting ready for Yoga Sunday, having a little bit of early conversation, getting ourselves stoked. I hope you're getting yourself stoked as well. I'm Jeff Obafemi, Carr, Chief Spiritual Officer at the Infinity Fellowship. You have showed up right on time for Yoga Sunday. So wherever you are, if you showed up today and said, you know what, I've been checking out Infinity and I've been wanting to do this Yoga Sunday, you have squarely landed on the fourth Sunday. It is time to get that body moving, to get that body on the mat. If you've been hearing about Infinity Fellowship and you said, this is going to be my online visit this week, and you showed up, you said, wait a minute, there ain't no chairs and no podium. These people dressed up for exercise. Guess what? It's Yoga Sunday too. You've got a few minutes to change into your exercise clothes at home, to get into your comfortable space and prepare for the mind, body, spirit church experience like you've never experienced before. That's Yoga Sunday. We're going to put that spirit into this body today, and we're going to get that going. So we're going to get started in a minute. We want you to like us. If you are on Facebook, subscribe to us. If you are on YouTube, go ahead and tag your friends. For those of you who have made Discovery Now or on the replay, go ahead and tag them and say, yoga, meditation, Sunday, service, church. How did all of these things come together? That's Infinity Fellowship. We'll see you in a few minutes. Let's get ready and have a great Yoga Sunday. Good morning, Infinity. We are glad to welcome you to Yoga Sunday. I am excited that you have joined us wherever you are. It's great to see you all coming into the chat today. This is a great time to say good morning as we start our service, interacting with one another in a powerful way. Take a couple of deep breaths wherever you are. Good. Just begin right now to embrace that slow, measured breathing. Why? Because it's Yoga Sunday and it's a moving meditation all the way around. So we might as well begin to embrace that meditative energy. On first, second, and third Sundays, we pause for a breath-led meditation. This is the fourth Sunday where the entire service is a meditative space. So I ask that you begin to slow your breathing down early on, and to be conscious of your breath for the entire service. To be conscious that to breathe is to be alive. To be alive is to have another chance to do what you need to do to make sure that you are successful in the world. Take a deep breath here. Exhale and let go. Inhaling all of the good. Exhaling and letting go of the things that no longer serve you. Continuing to breathe like this. We ask that all eyes now be closed, heads be bowed, hearts be open. As we are in this breathing space, we speak directly to the awareness of the consciousness of the God presence in our life today. Divine Source, Creator, Mother God, Father God, however this manifests in your life as the God of your acceptance and understanding. We speak in this space today, giving thanksgiving, giving gratitude for being alive, for being aware, for being present, for being locked in step with that spark of God that is inside each and every one of us. And as fingers on the hand of humanity, we unite in this moment today in the proclamation of the good. We thank you for the journeys we have been through that delivered us to this space today. We thank you for those who are in spaces of bereavement and hurting. We speak comfort to their hearts right now. We speak comfort to those who are dealing with issues of mental health, with issues of physical health, with issues of spiritual health and development. And we speak that something is said today, something is shared in this moment that will remind those covered that a common vibration of good is coming into their lives from all over the world. And we are uniting with the power in our spoken word, in our spoken voices that speaks affirmation and healing, radiant health into their life, recovery into their lives. We give thanks right now for the gift of being able to have consciousness and understanding so that we can determine how we can be the change we'd like to see in the world. Thank you for this gift today. Thank you for those who are first timers to Yoga Sunday. Thank you for the conscious ability to make a commitment to be a yes today on the mat, to be a yes today in this present body, to be a yes and committing to take care of this body temple so that we can live on this earth to be the change. Thank you for divine purpose. Thank you for the gift of creativity. Thank you for that spark of awareness and gratitude. We walk in it now, we embrace it now, we proclaim it now, we confidently shine to the world so that they may know that we are indeed representatives of all creation. And we love it so much. And we walk in love right now. For these and other things cannot be put into words. We simply say we are grateful and we breathe in together. We pause and hold this gratitude. We exhale to release it into the world and proclaim, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. And so it is. Let us prepare for the pouring of our libations. As we gather in the space today, we recognize that as we open this portal of conscious awareness of the Creator, known and perceived by many different names, felt in one spiritual consciousness, the next thing that we do as part of our weekly ritual is to pour libations. We pour to those who have transitioned from the space of life to the space of life after life, understanding that energy is not created or destroyed, it simply changes forms. And for those of us who have experienced transition recently, to those of us who have had this understanding of thanksgiving and gratitude for those who walked with us for a brief journey on this earth, we recognize that by remembering the ancestors, by remembering the family members, the extended family members, the community members that poured so much into our lives, that memory keeps them alive forever in our hearts and minds. So I ask that as you think about those people in your life who have contributed to your space of consciousness and awareness, whether they birthed you into this world, nurtured you into this world, prayed you through some of the difficult times in your life, whatever it may have been, we ask that you type their names in the box or that you call their names aloud in this moment of stillness, respect, and remembrance. So I greet you in the name of the known and unknown names of the ancestors, upon whose shoulders we humbly stand. We recognize that we are made in the image and likeness of all that is, was, and ever shall be. Therefore, we carry proudly the awesome responsibility to infect, effect, and affect the change we want to see in this world. We want to pour today with water that represents the living into the earth that represents where our bodies go, our earth seeds go. We no longer can use them. We pour and use the Yoruba word Ashe. Ashe. Ashe, which represents spirit, it represents life. It is a proclamation of and so it is. It is a proclamation of essence, that very thread that runs throughout each and everything in creation. So we pour today and recognize some people in special spaces today. For those who are in the business community in Nashville and the region and the state of Tennessee, those of you who remember the Minority Enterprise Development Week, Small Business Center, those of you who have been poured into for the last almost 4 decades by the awesome energy that we knew as Sister Marilyn Robinson. Sister Marilyn Robinson transitioned a couple of days ago. She was an activist. She was an actionist. There are people who have businesses now who would never have been able to find their way to success had not she poured into them directly. So we pour to the energies of Sister Marilyn Robinson, Ashe. We pour to the energies of Brother Paul Elton Bass, Ashe. Brother Paul Elton Bass, who for many decades was a teacher, was a leader, went to Middle Tennessee State University and Tennessee State University. My fraternity brother, pledged my brother and me. But he also went on to become a wrestling coach, a soccer coach, a swim coach at Martin Luther King High School, junior high school in Nashville, Tennessee. We got to attend his service and sing the fraternity hymn for him and see that there were hundreds of people packed in. And each one of them had told the story about how you affected their lives. Those of you who are out there who want to be teachers, you have to understand that the seed that you plant lasts people for their entire lives. So to Brother Paul Elton Bass, we pour to you in a special pour today, Ashe. And so we ask that as you type the names, as you remember, as you call the names aloud in the space today and at home, that we remember. And as we remember, we are inspired, we are lifted, we are pulled together. We say cool water, freshen our spirits today, Ashe. Freshen and consecrate this spiritual house, Ashe. Freshen our collective ancestors, Ashe. We give praise to Almighty Mother, Father God, divine source in all creation, Ashe. Grant to us peace and prosperity, Ashe. Now we pour to the directions of the north, where we find our direction and our guidance, Ashe. To the direction of the south, where we remember always our roots, Ashe. To the direction of the east and the rising sun, and the remembrance that today you got another shot to get it right, Ashe. To the remembrance of the direction of the west, the coming of the setting sun, the rest at the end of the day, and the rising of the lunar cycle, bathing us in the divine feminine energy, Ashe. Oh, to the energy above us, to the heavens and the space of our dreams, where we manifest the good in the world, Ashe. To the ground below us, we are rooted in our consciousness and our love in a way that gives us permission to love ourselves, and by loving ourselves, we see the divine in everyone else and love from that space, Ashe. Finally, to the space that brings it all together, the sixth direction in the First Nation Lakota tradition. That is the crossroads of the heart, where all of these directions are intersected with love, with joy, and with peace. Ashe. As you call these next few names aloud, we will pour with you. Call the names at this time. Finally, to the children in the world, womb and yet unborn, Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. It is done. Good morning. I am actually really close, so I'm going to back up a little bit. Good morning to you. I was like, good morning. Say it. Oh, no. Guess what that? Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Good morning to you. Say it with. Am I coming through, Daniel? Did I pull my mic back up? Yeah, I did. I did. So we're back in the space today. Good morning to you. Happy to be in the space today. Happy to have you in the space today. We want to generate gratitude. So how do we generate gratitude? That's real simple. You type one thing in the box that you're grateful for. I'm telling you, this is the great time to do it because why? Well, you're going to be doing yoga in a minute, so you're not going to have your thumbs and fingers available. So for right now, we want to generate gratitude as we sing good morning to you. Say good morning. Let us know where you're calling in from. Let us know where you're dialing in from, where you're watching from in the world, and give us one thing that you are grateful for. One thing that you're grateful for today. Come on and join the circle. Jump in the gratitude circle. Put the energy in the circle. Show up and be a yes today. Let's hear it. Come on, wherever you are in the world. Good morning to you. I'm going to tell you what I'm grateful for while the music is warming up. I'm grateful we got Daniel operating our tech today. Daniel Carr is rocking. We got Kamaria helping on the slides and multimedia. So it's a family affair today. And they're doing great. Good morning to you. Come on, y'all. Type us something that you're grateful for. We're going to check back in. Yeah. A good morning. Good morning, you all. I'm speaking to some people who I see in the spot today. I see Brother Martin. Good morning, ill family. Good morning to you, Brother Martin. Glad to have you in the space. The name of the song is Good Morning to You. But we also have some other music that's in there, too. We also have saying good morning. Robin Robinson is in the house saying good morning, ill family. Sister Leanne is in the house. Good morning, Infinity. Joining us from across the pond overseas. Being careful over there in that region. We're sending the energy over there to you all. We know what's happening in the world today. Sister Angie Bartlett-Treese is in the house saying good morning. Glad to have you in the space today. As we generate this gratitude, I am so grateful today that we have set a reopening date. We're going to announce it. We're going to announce it next Sunday. So for those of you who are in the space, we also understand it. Carrie J is in the house. Thankful for my family being able to participate today. Thank you, Daniel. Good morning, Sister Angie, sending in the energy from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Grateful for breathing and joining my Infinity Fellowship family today. Oh, isn't it awesome? We're so grateful to have you in the space today. We're so grateful to see you all in the space generating the gratitude. We're grateful to see and to know that you are with us and we can feel your energy, and we thank you for participating, and we thank you for showing up first and foremost for yourself, because when you show up, especially the Yoga Sunday, you're saying, hey, I'm ready to align the spiritual teachings that I'm getting on first, second, and third Sunday with my body, because my body is important. I need you to focus on that body today and to be a yes, so we can make sure that you're going to be here for a while, that you're going to be walking around here healthy. This body temple is going to be strong, and we're going to be there. Okay, great. Do we have any more that came up in the chat thread? Folks, family folks? Great. We scroll down. Good. Then we're awesome. Okay, so we want to say good morning to you, everybody who's especially a first timer, but it's time for our statement of infinitude. Here at Infinity, if you haven't noticed, we don't tell you how to define the God of your acceptance and understanding. That is a unique experience, but we support your path. All paths come together in this space, and it's our job to make sure that you have the practical tools to connect to that divine source, and most importantly, see the fruit in your life. You'll hear us do throughout the service and throughout our teaching say God interchangeably with divine source, a creator, mother, father, God, universe. All of that puts it together so that we can deal with the fruit that you want to manifest and not get caught up hammering each other over the details and the names that pretty much human beings have been making up for the last several thousand years anyway. So we're in this commonality space. And how do we do it? We call that infinitude. So infinitude is what we practice here. It is defined in the dictionary as the state or quality of being infinite, having no limits. Here at Infinity, we have a wealth of traditions and faiths that come together around these common cores. So Spirit spoke to us and said, we have to have something that aligns us. And we get to have it and show it to you today. It is the statement of infinitude. So it's time for us to speak aloud those core agreements. We speak them together, and we always define infinitude and infinity as infinity with an attitude. And that attitude is gratitude. And the snap that you just heard is very real. It is the spiritual practice. It is on our website at myif.org. And we're also going to bring it up on the screen because SNAP is a spiritual practice. That is the spiritual practice of the Infinity Fellowship. And we invite you to explore it with us now. The S in SNAP, it's an acronym. It stands for spirituality that transcends religion, connects you to the God of your own understanding. The N is for nurturing of ourselves and others, mind, body, and spirit. The A is for action, because we take action on our callings and walk in our divine purpose every day. Finally, the P. The P is for the proof that our spiritual practices manifest fruit in our lives through the building and maintaining of healthy and prosperous families, relationships, careers, and dreams. We are grateful you are all here as unique manifestations of our Creator, the loving, living spirit of our commonality, the divine source of all creation, received by many names, and yet known by only one energy. So, as you are at home and you're vibrating in this space, we invite you to speak aloud with us our statement of infinitude, and it will be on the screen. We agree that we are beings of pure, eternal spirit, birthed from the creative potential of the universe, with all the powers of the Creator inherent within us. We embrace the innate goodness of humankind and an abundant creation that provides for us through the seeds that we plant in our everyday lives. We acknowledge that who we are is housed in a temporary biological organism, and as such, it is our responsibility to take care of it because it will only last for a precious window of time. As we nurture ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we commit to provide like acts of nurturing for our fellow brothers and sisters of the world we live in, embracing all regardless of religious faith, skin color, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or socioeconomic background. All are truly welcome at Infinity. We agree and accept that various religions exist as a unique opportunity for humanity to get to know one another through meaningful conversations that seek to explore the core concepts we share in common. It is the application of ancient wisdom, scientific discovery, and spiritual practices, both physical and metaphysical, that will lead us closer together as a human family. We commit to exist now and ever as a beloved community. Let it be so according to the many terms of affirmation used over the thousands of years of human existence. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. Let's take a deep breath in here to celebrate that. Exhale to release. If you're a first timer at Infinity Fellowship, If this is your first time even doing Yoga Sunday and you've been coming to the other Sundays, go ahead and hit first time, click it, put it in the box, type it, thumb it, so that we can welcome you to infinity in the proper way. We like to welcome each and every one of you in a very powerful way with our visitors. Welcome. First and foremost, I get to tell you that I see the real you. All of us at Infinity see you as who you are. You're not a human being who showed up today to have a spiritual experience. It's the other way around. You're a spirit who is navigating the human experience just like the rest of us. And so we like to let you know that we know the 5 W's. We know the who, what, where, when, and why. And at this time, we want to make sure that we acknowledge you, that we see you, that we embrace you in this space today. And so wherever you are in the world, just hold your hands up toward the screen, hold your hands up in the space to each other. And everybody is going to repeat after me. If you're a first timer, just receive this love. If you're an old timer or a regular timer, whatever you want to call that, you can say it back. Or if you got your kids in the house, you got your family in the house, because guess what? That's what Infinity is about, building that community and family. Turn to somebody in the presence and repeat after me. I see you, but you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You are a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You're right here in front of me, where I can let you know that you are not alone. I am with you and you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, baby. You are so much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You are here to learn, to grow, to embrace your dreams, to move that beautiful body, and to walk in your divine destiny. I know all this because I'm here to do the same. So we're going to help each other out. All right? I know the real you. And I see you shining today. I feel you shining today. I know you shining today. So welcome to Infinity. Welcome home. Asheo. Give a high five to somebody. Throw them an air hug. Give them something. Get everything. Give me a few different cuts and angles, Daniel. Take advantage of all that cameras, those cameras up there. Move around a little bit. Have a little fun. There you go. Yeah. We get to move across, dance, throw people some energy. Oh, are you happy to be there? There you go, Dan. See, Daniel got it now. Follow where the people on the camera go. Hey, 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 hey. All right, you all. Let's prepare for our giving so we can do our giving. Giving is a part of our service here. We'll do our giving at this time. This is the time where we get to pour back into the Infinity Fellowship. It is a great time to do it. Giving is an active part of being a part, or being how you become an active part of any spiritual community. And we are a community that is partnering with people from all over the world. We are doing unique things. We are out there. We are developing housing. We are feeding when people need it. We are showing up in the disaster recovery. There's so many great things that come out of this space. And they come out of this space because as a spiritual practice, we give. So we pause at this time for giving, and we speak an affirmative blessing over those who are giving right now, who recognize that as a part of a spiritual practice, you are tuning your frequency to the space of abundance when you give. When you hold back, one thing that I learned, when I used to hold back and I say, well, I'm going to do a little bit, and then whenever I get money and whenever I get blessed, then I'm going to do a lot. One day, I'm going to do a lot. One day, I'm going to become a giver. One day, I'm going to participate. I'm not just going to receive. I'm going to give back into the space where I receive my spiritual food. That one day never came. I was locked in a cycle of always scraping, of always struggling, of always operating from lack, because that's the frequency I put out. So if you're in that space where you're always operating in lack and you're wondering why you get an abundance of lack, it's because the universe only can multiply things, and it can only multiply your signal. So when I made a commitment personally to just release and to operate from a space of what I wanted to see in the future, because the universe doesn't respond to what you think would happen one day. You only attract what you are. So I wanted to become a giver. And when I became a giver, the universe began to give back to me. So it's in that space now that we speak alignment for you. We speak that as you prepare, there are several ways you can give electronically. You can give via Cash App. You can give via PayPal. You can give via mail. You can put it in the mail, and we'll put a slide up for you in a moment. But we also want to recognize in our lives that we give from a high frequency vibration, stating that everything is good. Everything is good. I want to send a special shout out of thanks to all of you who have seen your giving increase this year. I know when your giving increases, that means that your blessings have increased too, because when your blessings increase, your giving increases. And that's how it is, especially those of you who have decided to take the deeper plunge into the practice of tithing, giving a percentage of what you bring in the door. What comes to you, you take 10% off, you live on the 90%. And you see all of the blessings that come from unexpected and expected places. So we're seeing that this week. Some people are like, hey, I got my taxes done. My return came in. Here's my tithe. I love you, infinity. That's how we're here. That's how we're expanding. That's how we're growing. So let's be a part of it. Take a deep breath here. Exhale and release. Take another deep breath here. Feel the gratitude and thanksgiving for being in this body. Exhale and let it go. And as we prepare to bring our slide up that has our offertory affirmation, we're going to put that on the screen next. So as we prepare for that, we want to give from a space of good. So from that space of good, let us say together our offertory affirmation as we bring it onto the screen. Oh, limitless, abundant creator, source of everything I possess, you have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference, and so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely, with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken, and so it is. Say along with me, everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. I got it. I got it. Oh, I got it good. As we play that song and you remember it, that's how we give. It's rocking. We're going to sing it in the space. Sing it along with us as you give. The slide will come up with the ways to give. They are on the screen. Come on. Everything is good. Come on. Everything is good. Everything is good. I got it. I got it. Oh, I've got it good. Cash out. $ Infinity Fellowship, or you can take a picture of the QR code on the screen. Mail, you may mail it to Infinity Fellowship, 641 West Knoxville Drive, Nashville, Tennessee, 37207. PayPal, paypal.me/Infinity Fellowship, or via international PayPal, we know y'all need the email address, and we love you for letting us know that. InfinityNashville@gmail.com. All right, y'all. So y'all ready? Let's get this thing going. I'm in trouble when Shabazz says, hey. I'm like, roll. When Shabazz is fired up and ready to go, listen, you all continue to give. You can give afterwards. We'll put the slide up at the end for those of you who want to do the practice first and get through Yoga Sunday and you like to give at the end. Or for those of you who like to give on the replay, we can do that too. What we're going to do is we're going to absorb today's meditation. So come on and come to the mat and let's get ready. For those of you who like to screenshot the meditations, for those of you who like to write them down, you can do that at this time too. I encourage you, if you're doing yoga, keep a journal close by in case you have revelations that come to you. We want to make sure that you receive them and that you're open to them and that your spirit speaks to you the message that you need to get from Yoga Sunday. It's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful moment. Let's prepare for it and let's get ourselves in the right mind by tuning and turning to today's meditation. Today's meditation comes from Abraham Hicks, one of our favorites here in the space of infinity. And it's about alignment. Alignment trumps everything. Stay off the subject that disturbs your alignment, and everything you care about will come into alignment. Let me read that one again. Alignment trumps everything. Stay off. I'm going to say it like Abraham would say it like this, but I'm just going to, this one is one that has to be preached out a little bit. Alignment trumps everything. Stay off the subject that disturbs your alignment, and everything you care about will come into alignment. You got to stay off the negative things. So here we go. And as we are in the space today, as we are coming into our mats, take a deep breath there and exhale and release. Come into a seated position. And today I want you to think about, in this moment, as you are sitting in the space preparing, I want you to think about this past week. And I want you to think about all those things that threatened you, all those things that got on your nerves, all of those things that put you in a compromising position, all of those things that made you want to cuss somebody out. Some people actually cuss some people out, whatever it may be. Some people got cussed out. I don't know. Something happened. And you think about the person that cussed you out. And you're like, man, you know what? Yeah, I remember. I remember that guy that cut me off in traffic and how he was about to get something. Whatever that is, as you get into that space, I want you to think about that energy. I want you to think about those people. Dang, stay with me. I want you to stay with me the whole time because I'm going to be moving around. As we get to this place, I want you to now think about them. Are they important enough to steal your joy? Are they important enough to knock you out of alignment? Because when you fixate on those things that you do not want, then you are tuning yourself to the frequency to gain more of it. It's just what you do. But when you fixate, you change your mind, you change your vibration to put yourself into the spaces that you do want to be in, and you focus on the things that give you joy, and you focus on things that give you gratitude. You instantly change your vibration, and those things that bothered you all week, they don't have any power over you anymore. See, take a deep breath here. Pause it and hold it. Exhale. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is I ain't letting anything that happened to me in the past mess up my right now. I am not going to allow that ball and chain to come with me into my present, because it locks me to my past instead of opens the door to my future. So we're going to open the door to the future today. Full body practice, full wheel motion today. Full wheel motion. That means that we're going to do a pose for each chakra. A chakra is an energy center. It is a Sanskrit for wheel. We have them at the root, we have them at the sacral, we have them at the solar plexus, we have them at the heart, we have them at the throat, we have them at the third eye, we have them at the crown. And we're going to go through a simple pose that's going to open up every single energy. It's a full body, every energy center that you got today. So that's why I'm excited about the practice today. And I'm excited that we're here. We're in the space. All right, let's begin. Come to a seated position, comfortable seated position. Good. Place your hands at heart center. Take some deep breaths. Allow your eyes to close. And as your hands are at heart center, just begin to focus on slowing down the breath. Keep focusing on just slowing down the breath. As you're focusing now on slowing down the breath, we want you to set your intention for today. Set your intention today. You may be a first timer. You may be a first timer to expanding your practice. You may be you've been practicing yoga for 20 years. You may be an instructor yourself. Whatever it is, I want you to focus on your intention today. What do you want to receive from this moving meditation today? Focus 2 breaths on that. Good. Embrace that frequency, embrace that moment, and then come to all fours on the mat. We're going to warm our bodies up. And as we warm our bodies up, we're going to send ourselves into the space for the poses. But to get to the poses, we got to warm up first. To get to anything you got to get to in life, you got to warm up first. So we're going to warm it up first. All right. From a all fours position, move your knees to the outer edges of the mat. Bring your 2 big toes together. Point your toes toward the back of the room, resting on the top of your feet. Reach forward on the mat and then squat and sit back on your heels as you reach forward into child's pose. Awesome. Find that peace in child's pose and go ahead and sit in it and breathe into it. With each inhale, stretching those fingertips forward. With each exhale, releasing backwards a little deeper on the heels. Excellent. Finding that resting position. This is an active position here. We are awakening that lower spine. We are awakening those arms. We are awakening that space that is underneath our arms and our lats by breathing into those spaces. We're breathing into those spaces here. We're coming into the space where we have an understanding that we are bringing air into the upper and lower parts of our body during these moments. See if you can feel the energy as if it's lightning coming in from your fingertips all the way up your forearms, all the way up into your shoulders, all the way up into your back, into your lower back, bringing that air into that space. A few more breaths in child's pose. Releasing all judgments, releasing all doubts, simply being in the right now. I need you to be in the right now moment. Stay with us. Stay in this moment. Trust yourself. Yoga is not pain. If you find yourself getting into a space of pain, that is your body saying, hold it now, hold it now, hold it now. You listen to your body. If you find that you can move deeper into a pose, utilize the breath, an inhale and an exhale to allow you to stretch a little further. Embrace your body right now where you are. Don't worry about all the rest of us. Don't worry about everybody around the world who is with you right now, except to know that you're not alone. Everybody in doing their thing is helping us all do our thing. All right, let's prep our minds. Inhale. Exhale, blow it all out. Good. Take a big inhale. Lift your head, look between your hands, press your palms into the mat, lift your hips, tuck your toes, press back into downward facing dog. Excellent. Downward facing dog. This is the pyramid. This is what we want to see. Come up on your tippy toes. Raise your hips up in the air more. Excellent. Good. Now drop your chest closer towards your knees and your thighs. Great. Good. Lift your kneecaps up towards your hips so that you can engage the quads. Good. Now that you have that, lower those heels back down toward the floor. Sometimes you can touch your heels on the floor. For those of you who have advanced practice, you can do it. For those of you who don't, you can rest where you are. This is a resting position. How is it a resting position? Because you're pushing backwards. You're not leaning forward. If you find yourself leaning forward, you're doing more of a push-up. And if you note, the weight is on the front part of your body. If you press back, you find the relief. Good. A few more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Big inhale. Look between your hands, step, walk, jump, or float forward. Exhale. And just into a forward fold there. If you need a block, you can grab a block or a book to help you with a forward fold. Folding primarily at your waist first. If you need to, bend your knees. Bending your knees is a great modification. Lowering the head towards your knees or your shins or your thighs and just relaxing. Lifting up an alternate heel every now and then just to begin to get a stretch in the back of your hamstrings to begin to release yourself even more. That is the forward fold. You'll hear me call it again today. Find a space of stillness in it and enjoy a couple of rounds of breath in a forward fold. On an exhale, see if you can fold a little deeper. Beautiful. Awesome. Big inhale. Come all the way up to standing. Reach toward the sky. Look between your hands. Place your hands in prayer position and bring them down to the heart center. The original sound that emerged from the universe, according to the yogic tradition, is Om. So we're going to give 3 Oms here together. Big inhale. Exhale. Om. Inhale. Inhale. Inhale and exhale here. And exhale, release the hands to the side. Mountain pose. That is the mountain pose. When we take it to the top, it becomes extended mountain pose. We want to fix your mountain pose and make sure that you're in it. We're going to visit it later. Make sure that you're pressing all 4 of the corners of your feet, the inhale and the exhale. I'm sorry, the inside and the outside of the front of your feet and the inside and outside of the heels of your feet, pressing them down into the mat and then spreading the toes out, lifting up that navel and pressing it in toward the spine. So activate that core. One of the reasons why yoga is a benefit is it not only teaches you how to breathe from the diaphragm in this area, but when you breathe from the diaphragm and you actively engage the core, when you lift that navel and pull it in toward your spine, you also activate everything else in your body as an energy center. You also activate your liver and your kidneys and everything that goes into you becoming more fit and reaching every goal that you have, mind, body, and spirit. Isn't it beautiful? Roll your shoulders up towards your ears. Send them toward the back of the room. Now relax them down toward the floor. Shoot those fingertips with energy down toward the ground. Good. Lifting that spine, expanding that chest. Standing at perfect posture. Extended mountain pose. Mountain pose. We're coming back to this in a minute. So we're going to do some sun salutations so that we can awaken the body and warm up for the poses that we got to hit. So a few sun sals. And we're going to be out of here into the meat of the practice. Y'all ready for it? Let's do it together. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Reach toward the sky. Exhale, take it to a forward fold, starting with the waist, all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take it to low plank. Or high plank, whichever's good for you. You put a couple of push-ups in there if you're trying for that extra workout, that's good. Inhale, come forward. Raise up into upward facing dog. Good, upward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Point those toes toward the back of the room. You're resting on the top of those feet. You're not pointing your toes in or out. They're in alignment with your legs. Pressing up, engaging those quads off the floor, or here's another modification. You can go to Cobra when we call upward facing dog. You can rest the thighs on the mat. Lift the crown of your head. Relax those shoulders back. Whatever is working for you, take a deep inhale. Exhale, tuck those toes, press it back to downward facing dog. Good. Now we're ready for the rotation. Inhale and exhale. 3 good breaths here. Inhaling, exhaling. Don't compromise the pose. Press back. Drop that chest toward those knees. Last big breath in. Exhale, blow it all out. Look between your legs, step, jump, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Imagine the color of white entering your lungs. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low plank. Walk or shoot it back. Inhale, come forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 more breaths here. We're warming up the body. We're saluting the sun. If you're ever in a practice and you feel like you can't do 10 minutes a day of yoga, you can't do an hour a day, 75 minutes a day, you can't do 15 minutes a day, do 4 rounds of sun salutations like we're doing now. That will warm your body up and start your day off. Do what you can to start. We're going to do it. Be a yes. Last big breath in. Exhale, blow it all out. Step, jump, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now see the color yellow entering into your consciousness. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 conscious breaths of rest here. Good, you're hanging in here. I feel you. I see you. We're there. You can't see me at home right now because you're in downward facing dog. That means your face is away from the screen. But you can hear me saying, you're awesome and you got it. Last big breath in. Exhale, blow it all out. Step, jump, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. See the color red entering your lungs. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 good breaths here. Not compromising the position. Continuing to lift those hips, continuing to lift those kneecaps and engage those kneecaps to lift that quad muscle. Feeling it in the hamstrings. They're getting a little warm now, and that's good. Last big breath in. Exhale, blow it all out. Step, jump, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. See the color black entering into your lungs. Wonderful universal black. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Last big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, blow it all out. Look between your hands. Step, jump, or float forward. Squat and inhale up into chair position. Good. Sit your butt back down toward the mat. Fight the urge to bend over, because if you bend over, you're going to tip and fall, and I ain't responsible for you busting your head. We are going to make sure that you stay balanced. Squaring those feet, pressing those feet into the mat, sitting back, reaching forward, bringing those shoulders back toward those hips and downward. Feeling that energy here. Good, good, good. Big inhale. Send those thumbs to the back of the room. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths here. We're activating now. All of this energy center is coming alive. We're feeling it. We're embracing the life. Trust the breath. Be a yes. Your body may be telling you no right now, but your mind is telling you yes. Your mind is telling you yes. Your spirit's telling you yes. One last breath in. Exhale, blow it all out. Look between your hands. Step just your right foot forward. Warrior 1 on the right side. Take a deep breath. Go ahead and place your hands on your hips for now. I want you to check in on the right side. We're going to do it on the left side too. Make sure that your knee is directly over your ankle. 90-degree angle. Good. Right foot is facing directly forward. Now, if you take the preference because you like a low lunge, you can do a low lunge when we're doing this repetition. But we prefer that your back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Hips are squared. Kneecap is lifted to engage that quad on that left leg. Square your shoulders, roll them back and down, and then reach up toward the sky. Warrior 1. Good. 2 deep breaths in Warrior 1. If you need to widen your stance, widen your stance. If you need to shorten your stance, shorten your stance. If you're a first timer and you find that a wide stance is not working for you, you can simply shorten the stance, but don't compromise that front leg. Make sure that that knee is still over that ankle. Not back, not forward. Good. Now let's move with it. Inhale, send the thumbs toward the back of the room. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pay attention here. Big inhale. Exhale, blow it all out. Step that left leg forward. Opposite side. Warrior one, make your adjustments now. Right foot at a 45-degree angle, really driving the blade side, the outside of that back foot into the mat, lifting the arch on the inside of that back foot, but keeping the balls of your feet pressing into the mat, spreading your toes and pressing them down as well. On the front foot, that left knee is over the top of that left ankle. Hips are squared. Find the manifestation of the position that fits you and reach up. Now, you can reach up and still keep the shoulders relaxed so that you're not blocking your ears from hearing because you're pressing your biceps into your ears. That's tension that you don't need. Trust me, you got enough tension right now. The blessed tension. Remember Iyengar's teachings. The pose begins the moment you want to get out of it. So that's how you know you're in it. You're in it to win it. All right, let's get some movement. Inhale, send those thumbs toward the back of the room. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's vinyasa it. Inhale. Exhale, blow it all out. Step forward, right foot, warrior one, right side. Inhale up. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior one, left side. Inhale up. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior one, left side, right side, sorry. Inhale up. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior one, left side. Inhale up. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. Last round of breathing. On an exhale, give yourself a treat. Drop down to your knees gently. Go into child's pose and rest. At any point during the practice, you can rest in child's pose. Rest, spirit, rest inside child's pose. That's a new song. Like my body on a yoga mat, simply rested in child's pose. Ah, yes. I will hijack a gospel song in a minute. Y'all better know that. All right, let's get through these poses. Big inhale. Exhale, press up into downward facing dog. Spread your hands on the mat. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Straighten your arms. Straighten your legs. Big inhale. Exhale, blow it all out. Step, jump, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, drop the hands to the side. Mountain pose. Tadasana. Find your stillness. Check in. This is the first of 2 poses that we do for the root chakra. The root chakra, the energy is red. Muladhara is the Sanskrit term. That energy is the energy that comes from the grounding in who we are. You are in mountain pose. There is no greater grounding than a mountain. So really press those feet into the mat. Lift those kneecaps. Hug everything in. So your shins, your ankle, everything, turn it inward. Turn your hips inward from each side. Lift that navel up and then towards your spine. Good. Relax those shoulders down. Engage and open that chest. Activate the hands. Breathe. Feel that color red coming in and healing you. 3 or 4 good, solid, deep breaths. Yes, this is yoga. Make sure that every part of your body is consciously activated. This is not just standing still. Don't get up, don't be at home like this talking about, yeah, I'm in extended mountain pose. That's not extended mountain pose. That's player pose. Extended mountain pose is active. Just like that. Good. Focused. Slow breathing. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Good. From this space, we're going to the next root pose. The root pose, we're going to shift our weight to one side, to the left side. Shift it to the left side. Take your foot on the right foot, point it toward a right degree angle. Make that square by placing your heel into the arch of your foot just below where your ankle is. Once you press it in there and your body, your feet are at that 90-degree angle, you can lift your heel and place it on your ankle. You can lift your foot and place it on your shin, on the inside of your knee, on the inside of your groin, or if you're able to do the half lotus position, you may place it there too. We're going into the tree pose. Find something that is not moving. So even if you're watching the screen, look at the little logo of the TV under the screen, or look at something that's on your computer, or look at a plug on the wall, or find something in the space here. Maybe it's the wings. It's the angelic wings that are above us right now. These temple wings. Maybe it's something that's not moving. Find the core stability. We're going into tree pose. Find the space that gives you tree. Place the hands at heart center. The stillness of tree pose. If you fall out of tree pose, good. That means you're doing yoga. Get back into it. I fall out all the time. Then I reset. Just like with life. How about that? If you want an advanced move, you can branch out the tree. Spend a few moments breathing with the branched out tree. Rotate it a little bit from one side to the next. If you have extended, go ahead and bring your hands to prayer top. Spend a breath or two there. On an inhale, press those hands together. On an exhale, bring them to heart center. An inhale there, and an exhale to release. Come out of the pose. Shift to the right side now immediately. Turning that foot to left foot to a 90-degree angle. Bringing it into the position that you'd like to bring for tree on the left side. We do balance in yoga. Each side of the body must be fed. Each part of the spirit must be fed. Each half of the mind must be fed. So we're going to feed the body in the same way because yoga is about balance. Go ahead and put the foot where you'd like to put it. Place it based on your level of comfort or experience. And let's go into tree pose on the left side as well. Finding that space, you can go ahead and reach those branches of the tree up if you'd like. Branch them out. Turn them to one side or another for a breath or two. And as you are finished, go ahead and place your hands together at the top in prayer. Yeah, that's it. Here's Shabazz. I love it. Me and Shabazz gonna get back in it to win it. Inhale, press those palms together. Exhale, bring them down to heart center. Inhale here. Exhale to release the pose. That's our root chakra. We're going to the sacral chakra now. Now, if you're comfortable, you can turn sideways on your mat. We're going into Goddess Pose. Spread your feet toward the edges of the mat, and you can point them at a 45-degree angle. Point them out to where they're comfortable, where you normally would be walking. And we're just going to place our hands on our knees, and we're going to drop it, not like it's hot, but like it's medium. Yoga Sunday, baby. Drop it, do not pop it, but put yourself in a place where you actually might, but you won't. But hey, we don't want to bend over. We want to squat. So that means that you can keep your spine in alignment and simply drop your hips till you reach a space where you find the Goddess Pose. Some people can go a complete 90-degree angle. That's great. If you can do that, do that. This is the Goddess Pose. You place your hands on your thighs or on your knees. When you feel comfortable, you can place your hands at heart center. Take a few deep breaths in Goddess Pose. This is that sacral energy. It's that energy that's just in that area below your navel. This is the space of creativity. It's the space of sexuality. It's the space of manifestation. There's that wonderful color of orange. It's that next energy center there. If it's uncomfortable, it's hard on your knees, then don't squat as deeply. Find that space, hands at heart center. You can also get yourself into a mudra and open those palms up. And for those of you who are advanced, you may raise up on your tippy toes and hold that space as well. Find that balance. Breathing continually the entire time. Feeling that orange color just below your spine radiating out. We've built upon the root. We're now at the sacrum. Three more deep breaths in Goddess Pose. You'll find that if you find a comfort space, you may drop down a little bit further. Last breath, inhale, drop a little deeper. Exhale, come back to standing. Come back to the front of your mat. Come back to mountain pose. Excellent. Inhale, extended mountain pose. We're going to do a vinyasa here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, come down to all fours. Good. Now just take a couple of cat-cows here. Take an inhale, drop that navel toward the mat. Take an exhale, round that back. Inhale. Exhale, round that back. Inhale, just loosen that lower back. And exhale. Breathe normally, come to tabletop square. Good. Now come to a seated position, and I want you to sit back on your mat. Good. Just sitting down now, we're going to a pose that is going to be about the solar plexus. So the solar plexus, you may get a towel, you may get a strap to help you through this pose. We're going to go to boat pose. Boat pose, we're just going to hold for a few breaths. So he says, really simple. Sitting flat, bring your feet towards your buttocks. And I want you to reach back on the mat. Reach back behind you with both hands, resting on your fingertips. Cheat your fingertips back until you're on your sit bones. And you're just resting on the top of your sit bones. For those of you who have blessed with a glute, It may take you longer to find your sit bones. I wasn't blessed in that department, so my sit bones are always like, here we are, we're right here. We have no cushion, man. Work with us. So I'm okay. I can find the top of my sit bones. When you find the top of your sit bones, simply lift your feet. Squeezing your thighs together, bringing your legs together, pointing the toes. That is enough there. If you'd like some more intensity, relax back and bring your hands forward. That is boat pose. If you need it assisted, you can assist by holding that space under your thighs. If you want more of a challenge, you can straighten your legs and release. If you'd like a challenge that's assisted, take a strap, press it into your feet, and hold it like that. How about that? Lifting the chest toward the thighs, though. Finding a space where you don't compromise. Let's find it, and let's get some deep breaths in. I'm being joined by young Kamaria. Come on over here, baby. Oh, Kamaria wants to join. Come on. You got it. All right. Boat pose, Kamaria. Good. Deep breaths in, being a yes. Being a yes. Holding the stillness. Breathing. Fight the urge. I know because I've been there. You want to hold your breath and bully it. You want to say, feel the pain, burn. No, breathe. Sending that yellow energy into your solar plexus, that area right underneath your rib cage and the top of your belly button. Breathe. Exhale, release to the floor. Good job. Take a couple of deep breaths there. Good. Now spin around and come back to all fours. We're going to keep this energy moving. We're moving this chakra energy through your body right now. From all fours, lift up on your knees. Good. Those of you who are yogis and those who've been doing it a while, you know we are getting ready to go into our camel pose. We're going to ease into camel pose. So you can either point your toes toward the back of the room, or you can rest on your toes. Point or flex, that's up to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this easy. I want you to take your right hand, wave it in the air like you just don't care. Now touch your top of your right heel. Twist your body slightly. Take an inhale, make a circle with your left hand, full circle. Exhale and release it. Good. Now switch over to your left. Touch the top of your left heel with your left hand. Take your right hand in a circle. Inhale. Exhale. Now switch it out. Touch the heel. Inhale. Left hand back to the heel. Exhale. Inhale. Right hand to the heel. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Left hand to the back heel. Hold it there. Inhale that right hand. Exhale and let it join you. Wherever you can find it. If you can touch both heels, you've got it. If you can touch both ankles, you've got it. Most importantly, keep that pelvis pressed forward. So if you need to, and if you're not going to take both hands back, press your hands onto the top of your buttocks at your waist and press your pelvis forward. Bring your elbows closer together to open the chest. Drop the crown of the head toward the lifting that navel in and up toward your spine and breathing. That's camel pose. Stay in the camel pose and demonstrate, Smooch. Here we go. Good. Hold it there. Little advanced yogi. Find the stillness in the pose and stay with it. Two more breaths. Exhale, drop your hands to the side and come forward. Excellent. Great job. Come to the mat on all fours. I'm sorry, all fours on a seated position. Come to a seated position on your mat near the middle. Good. I want you to lie all the way back. Give you a bit of a Shavasana. I know they represent for folks at home. Okay, now we're gonna do a pose. We're gonna do a pose that is for the throat chakra, right? And it is supported shoulder stand. Let me move my mic pack so it doesn't cut off when I'm talking, because I'm gonna need my back. Okay, there we go. Now, you can also do legs against the wall. Give me this camera over here, Daniel. When you come up into a space where you get legs against the wall, is that this one? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's this one. Which one is it over here? Okay, give me this one. Let me try this. Yeah, legs against the wall. Babe, I'm going to borrow your mat a second to disturb you from Shavasana. Legs against the wall. You have to do legs against the wall. Really simple. Sit with your shoulder, your left shoulder against the wall. As soon as you get your legs against the wall, place your butt against the wall and lie on your side. All right, this is for beginners and people who have a back issue and you can't do the supported shoulder stand. Then simply move your legs up into a space, tuck your chin, and relax. That's legs against the wall, okay? That's what you do in this space. Everyone else who's going with us to shoulder stand, let's get ready for shoulder stand. All right. Lying back, bringing your knees towards your chest, bringing them closer towards your chest and lifting up their buttocks, lifting those feet toward the sky, tucking that chin into that chest, holding your back, your lower back above your buttocks and extending upward. The goal is to try to stack your hips on top of your shoulders to create a straight line. I have not mastered how to sound as if my throat is not pressed against my chest in this position. So I'm going to come out so you can hear. Supported shoulder stand. Do not move your neck from side to side. Placing your hands at your lower back. Lifting. Good smooch. This is the energy for the throat chakra. That or legs against the wall. Legs up without the wall. Three more deep breaths here. Feeling that energy in the throat. That violet color, that indigo color. Feeling that throat chakra. That bridge, that camel pose. Open that heart chakra up. That's why that chest opening was so important. Now we're in a space where the throat chakra. This is where your voice is. So those of you who've been trying to loose that voice and let it go symbolically, feel it. Last big breath. Exhale, slowly lower yourself down back to the ground. Good. You can bring your knees to your chest to come out of it. Good. And now coming from that, right into a seated upright position. We call easy pose. Seated upright with your legs crossed. Breathe deeply. Bring that breath back. Placing your palms, facing your palms upward. And they can be placed on your thighs or your knees, the inside of your knees, because guess what? This is the pose for the third eye. So we're going to chant a little bit. Daniel, take the music to 0 on this one because we need to be able to hear everybody. We're going to do our infinite revolution chant, the ancient chant of Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Everybody say Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Okay, that's how we're going to build it. All right, so with your palms up, I'm going to show you what you're going to do. I'm going to give you my fingers so you can see my fingers here. And we're going to go to this space here so we can see it as we're in the space. Are we live on this one, Daniel? Okay, great. All right, so palms up. First Mudra. Mudra is simply a hand position. Sa. Everybody say sa. All right. Sa is the infinite. It's the space from which we all emerged. Ta. Next finger. Say ta. Ta is this earthly manifestation. It is who we are walking in right now as spirits who came from this infinite space. We are in a persona right now that is going to last for a finite number of years. Sata, na, everybody say na. Na, that ring finger to the thumb, that na is when you transition. It's the end of this earthly existence. Hopefully by that time, you will have fought a good fight, finished the course, and kept the faith. That is ta na. That is na. And then ma. Ma. Sa ta na ma. Ma is the fourth finger, that pinky finger. That is the beginning all over again. That is the cycle of life. So let's say them together. Sa ta na ma. Now listen to this. Sa ta na ma. Repeat. Satanama. And then open. All right. Now, let's allow our eyes to close gently. At home, palms up, open. And we're ready in this space. Inhale. And let's exhale together through the mudras. Satanama. Deep breath. Inhale, focusing on the third eye, that space between the brows in the middle of your forehead. Exhaling. Satanama. Inhale. Last time, conscious of what these positions represent. Inhale. Satanama. Inhaling and exhaling in that space. Reflecting on that brilliant color indigo that is shooting forth from your third eye, connecting you with the outer spaces. Deep inhale. Exhale, blink your eyes back open. Reaching the final space of affirmation, because we've made it through from the root to the sacral, to the solar plexus, to the heart, to the throat, to the third eye, and now for the crown of awareness. We shall wear a crown when it's all over, and it is all over in this space. Lie back into Shavasana. The final pose is the pose of rest. Shavasana, corpse pose. The 180-degree flat space from which we are raised to a 90-degree living perpendicular. But from this space, you're lying out, lying back, finding the stillness. As Daniel brings back in the music. Allow your eyes to close. Those of you who go into Shavasana and turn out the lights and get us in that space, it's wonderful too. But just allow yourself now to breathe and to accept the conclusion of this practice in this space, and to now put it all together. I won't tell you what to reflect on. I won't tell you how to reflect. I'll be smudging in the space here and providing affirmations for you at home. Continue to breathe. Continue to embrace the space right now. My body is a divine temple that houses the spirit of the universe and all its totality within me. My body is a gift from God. As I release the desire to please others, I embrace the remembrance of connecting with creation. I affirm that all is good in this moment. Balance is mine. Joy is mine. Forgiveness is mine. Release is mine. I accept myself and see myself as I am seen by all of creation. I am a valuable, important, powerful thread in the tapestry of good. All things, including me, work for the good. I live in the overflow, and so it is. Becoming now more consciously aware of being in the body, moving your head gently from side to side, wiggling your toes a little bit, wiggling your fingers, feeling what the floor or the mat feels like, being conscious and mindful of it. And now rolling over to one side and just hulling there in the fetal position, loving on yourself, remembering that space that you emerged from, how good it is to be able to go into a space of nurturing. Feel that love and that warmth energy of the balance of all creation being manifested in you today through the movements that you made on Yoga Sunday. And now being conscious enough to press yourself up into a seated position. Finding that seated position again. Celebrating and bringing your hands to heart center. Congratulating yourself for making it through today's practice, today's service, today's community, today's feeling. Taking a deep breath there. Exhaling and letting it go. One more deep breath there. Letting it go. And I recognize in this space and congratulate your presence in this space today. And as we have moved through this divine practice, through this divine service, know and recognize that the divine in me recognizes and loves the divine in you. As we say in the yogic tradition in Sanskrit, namaste, namaste, namaste. Namaste. How y'all feel? Everybody good here? We got through all practice, all of the practices, all of the poses. How y'all feel at home? Y'all feel good? Hope y'all feel good. We got energized. Listen, you can replay this at any time. I'm going to leave this up on the site. If you want to get to the practice, you can put it in here. For those of you who experience for the first time, listen, if you got your phone nearby and you want to say hello today, if you want to say hello to everybody in the chat, if you are a first timer and you said this is the first time you've done Yoga Sunday, let us know in the chat. We can see you here. We know you also feel great, which is good. So listen, as you go forward today, I'm going to give you some instructions, because when you activate all of your energy centers, you will feel as if you can walk through a wall. I'm not going to tell you to not try to walk through a wall. I'm going to say channel that energy into something awesome today. Do some writing today. Take a friend out to lunch today. Call somebody and tell them how awesome they are today. Do something that is working you towards your purpose. On that note, next Sunday is Spirit Sunday. We are right back here at Infinity Fellowship online, and we have a very special announcement to make. We have an opening date for the return to on or in-person services. So we will be coming back. We are restoring the Infinity Fellowship live and in person, and we have a date coming for that, which we will announce next Sunday. Don't worry about a thing, Infinite streamers, as Sister Carmen used to sing. Don't you worry about a thing, because we are not getting rid of the cameras. You're still going to be with us. You're still going to be family. We're going to be launching initiatives in new cities this year where we can get people together wherever you are so that we can come visit, we can hang out, and Infinity is going to continue to grow. Y'all, it's been a great service today. We thank you for coming in and tuning in. Make sure you share it with a friend. You send them a link to today's service. Snap a picture of yourself and send it to us at Infinity Nashville, whatever it may be. We're in there. For those of you who are giving at the end, don't forget, the methods that you give are Cash App, PayPal, and snail mail, of course. We'll be here. So look, this time next week, see us here online via YouTube, via Facebook. Until I talk to you again, this has been Rev Jeff for the Infinity Fellowship on behalf of everyone, including our staff and our board and everybody around the world. We love you. That's a fact you cannot change. We'll see you next week. Peace and blessings.